Good morning, kings and queens. Hopefully you having a beautiful, amazing day. Hope you told yourself, hey, today is a new day. I enjoyed myself this weekend, but today is a new day. And I got to go out there and I got to accomplish all my dreams no matter what. I got to go out there and be the best king and queen I can be. Today's Bible verse is from Psalm 73:26. God is the strength of my heart and portion forever. I love that because God is strengthening all our hearts. God is our strength. I tell people so many times, I said, you want to know where my strength comes from? You got to figure out what's my foundation. My foundation is deeply rooted in God. My foundation is always about God. I don't care who doesn't like it. I don't care who don't want to talk about God. That's my foundation. That's what I stand upon. That's why I read every single day. That's why I pray every single day. That's why I send Bible verses out to everybody to let everybody know, like, that's what I stand on. I stand on the Bible. I stand on everything that comes along with it. With my church, I stand with my church. I stand with my pastor. I stand with friends and family. Anything that's dealing with God, I'm standing on it every single day. And that's what my life is always rooted upon. It's always rooted upon God. I don't know. It seems like right now in this society, some people come to a point that talking about God is taboo. That they don't want to talk about God. But as soon as you go to the doctor, or as soon as you get something bad happen to you, then you want to talk about God. I talk about God when it's good. I talk about God when it's bad. I talk about God when I cry. I talk about God when people talk about me. I talk about God because I have to. But I ain't came too far believing in God and understanding what God has put in my life for me to do anything different. Like what some people did not know yesterday, made 10 years not selling drugs. It made 11 years at my church. Once again, let me tell you this one more time. It made 10 years not selling drugs. It made 11 years at my church. I don't know about you. That's a walking, living, breathing testimony. I don't know about you. I got to speak about God no matter what. I don't know about you, but how far I have came right now, y'all don't understand. You know, for for a person coming from Port Arthur, Texas, and learning life, don't know how to move in Georgia like that, didn't really know how to do anything, and hit the streets 100 miles running, and then get shot in my hip, then get in the car, got shot in that car, and then lost friends, lost family, lost so many people, and then God still called on me to deliver a message. God still told me that I could deliver a message to anybody. God still told me, it just chose me to be able to be not only a life coach, but a motivational speaker. Not only that, to be a father to 7 amazing kids. Not only that, but to be a walking, living, breathing testimony. I don't know about y'all. I don't know what y'all go through in y'all life, but I'm blessed and I'm highly favored. Once again, we talking about 10 years not doing anything. Where I'm at right now, I'm at this child support player. Got to go get some handle right now because I'm trying to get custody of one of my kids. Y'all can know about it. It's cool. Right where I'm at is literally down the street from where I used to be at. My church is down the street from that. I walk these streets all the time. I walk them. I've been here. I've done it. And for me to sit back and me to just look, being 37 years old, all my kids doing good. Everything is going great. The personal training is going real good. God's sending me the correct clients. Seminary school starts in August. Getting ready to do deacon and training at my school, at my church. You can't tell me that ain't a God. You can't. It's no way possible. 10 years? 10. You don't gotta clap at me. You don't gotta sit no horse, no nothing. I'm proud of me. 10 years? Bro, 10 years, man. Wow. And people tell me all the time, Jacko, why does that surprise you so much? Because he called on me. And if somebody's sitting back right now, you don't believe in God. You don't. I don't know why you don't. But somebody watching this, you don't believe. You didn't woke up this morning. God has changed your life. God has put you in new places, new things, and you still don't believe in God. I just told you, 10 years out the streets, 11 years at my church. You can't tell me there ain't no God. Out of all the stuff I played around in these streets, man, God still chose me, and you want to play with him. I'm going to tell you this right here. If you keep on thinking there's not a God, if you keep on thinking God ain't blessing you, if you keep on thinking that you will never become anything else at all, I got something to tell you. You need to pray. God can change that dollar in your bank account to 10 million. He can change that beat up 1997 Honda into a brand new luxury sedan. He can change that apartment you stand in into a 5-bedroom house. He can change anything in your life, but you got to go to him, not just when you need something. You need to go to God every single day. I have saw God be a miracle worker. I have saw God change people's lives. How many people in there right now, Rashonda? If you don't know her, go follow her. She's been around me. I have saw her change. I have saw so many people change when they love God, when they stop playing with it. Man, why do you think I get on social media? I don't get on social media to get you to like me. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you love me. I don't care if you heart me or not. I don't care if you follow me. Because you know why? God loves me. You know why? Because God saved me. You know why I don't care? I don't care because I'm not here for you. I'm only here to do what God is telling me to do. That's why Galatians 1:10 is my favorite Bible verse. If you don't know it, you will know it every time you come to this live. With God, it is possible. With man, it's impossible. That's why I don't believe in man. I trust in God. I love my pastor. I love him to life. But at the end of the day, he's not God. I love my brother Wilkerson. He's not God. I love God. I move around. I do everything I do because of God, not because of man. Do you not understand the voice that you hear right now? Man, when I prayed for this voice 10 years ago, I never thought this voice was going to be anything anybody would like to hear. God says raspy and this, that, and the other, but God has to make me different than anybody else. That's why when you hear me speak, you can hear the pain in my voice, but I asked God for something, He gave it to me. I asked God to make me a father. I didn't know He was going to give me 7 kids, but He did. And all of my 7 kids are doing something real amazing. Ask Wilkerson, he met my daughter this weekend. Met her this weekend, and when he saw her, she acts just like me, went to the gym, and everything else like that. We had a great time. We had a real good time. Well, that's with all my kids. So instead of telling God, I'm scared of what's gonna happen. I want you to tell God this right here and tell everybody around you. I want all the smoke. In 2024, I want all the smoke. I want every negative person to come at me. I want everything to come against me. Because guess what? Like they say, every single time in the Bible, the weapons might prosper, but they will not form. So you got to send me all the negativity, people. You got to send me all the negative comments. Go ahead and do it, because I'm not gonna stop. I want all the smoke. I'm the big dog, no matter what. I'm going out here every single day, and I call myself a silverback gorilla because I ain't stopping. I don't care what I got going on. I don't care if the finances it drip down to zero. I don't care if I only have this much gas in my car. I don't care what happens. I'm gonna stand with God. When it's good, when it's bad, when it's ugly, I'm gonna keep on doing it because I can't be stopped. John 8:12. I will be the light of the world. I will shine across the whole world. I will speak to every creation. I'm doing that every single day. And guess what? You don't gotta like me. You don't have to. Cause I don't care. I really don't. Man, let me tell you something. I'm reading this book by Deion Sanders, and one thing I love about this book, when he just said this right, and I love in this book, he said this. He said, they didn't like me when I was on the football field. They didn't like me when I went to school and became a pastor. They didn't like me when I was at Jackson. They didn't like me when I went to Colorado. And he said, you think right now I care if you like me now? When he said that, I dropped the look. Hey, Rashawn, I dropped the phone. Because it's the same thing with me. They didn't like me when I was in the streets. They didn't like when I joined church. They didn't like when I had one kid. They didn't like the motivation. They didn't. So do you really think I'm really gonna sit up here and cry? You want to see a tear? You ain't gonna see it today. Why you ain't gonna never see a tear with me? Because I see what God is doing in my life. I see what God is bringing me around. I see what God is doing. Man, half of the people that's in there right now, they have my real number. Shouts out to RJ. When I spoke to RJ, I spoke about a King series last year. When I spoke to this man, didn't know him from a can of dirt, from a can of paint. I saw his lives, start going into it, and I start seeing it. Once I start seeing his lives and everything like that, and I start seeing what he was doing, I say, man of God, can you get on this King series with me? That man said, no problem, cool. He was in Louisiana and he done it. He didn't have to do it at all. But it's all about doing this King series to uplift the little girls, the little boys in this world to show them that they can do something. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to do this because I know my calling. I know where I'm going. I know what God has been doing in my life. Oh, yeah, shouts out to everybody right now. If you put anything disrespectful on the line, they will mute you down too. So make sure you keep it classy, you keep it peaceful, or you can just leave. But anyway, with that brother right there, it was an amazing journey. And that's when it come to find out. Later on, I told him, I say, bro, you gonna have a kid one day. He got his little boy too. I'm so proud of the father he is, the husband he is. So proud of that brother. But I met him through social media. I had a man that I spoke to one day at the gym, and he said social media is not family. And I told him, I said that's a lie. Wilkerson through TikTok, Aisha through TikTok, Rashonda through Clubhouse, RJ through Instagram, and this right, Jeremy through Clubhouse. And these are family members. They could call my phone every single time, and we could pray together. That's my family. So whoever says you can't meet family on social media, they'll lie. Because I done met a lot of them. I done met pastors. I done met doctors. I done met lawyers. I done met people that changed my whole entire life just by prayer. So if you think social media can't do it, you can. But guess what? You have to get around the correct people. So you gotta tell something. You gotta see how somebody walk. You gotta see their fruit. You gotta see what they're about. See with RJ, I already knew RJ. With him, the only thing he talks about is God. We have real life conversation. We talks about God. With Wilkerson, he talks about God. Rashonda, little ratchet, but she talks about God. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. Aisha the same way. Little Ratchet talks about God, talks about his love of God, the love where she's going right now. With me, Little Ratchet too. But I love God. I have my own way of mentoring and speaking to people. I'm not gonna be like you. I'm not gonna sit up here and just scream out Bible verses to everybody, everything. People need to know what have you been through. And that's what's wrong right now. We don't tell people what we've been through. We tell people what's just in the Bible. Tell people when you had a drug addiction. Tell people when you sold drugs. Tell people when you was stripper. Tell people when you cheated on your boyfriend, you cheated on your girl. Tell people about it because that's the way you win souls in 2024. People don't want to know about how much Bible verses you know. They don't want to know how many people in your congregation. They want to know what have you been through. Because the only thing you telling me is about Psalms and about John and about Peter. What about you? What about your testimony? What about your growth? What about your vision? What about you right now in this season? But who am I to say it? I'm just a man that's celebrating 10 years not selling drugs. I'm just a man celebrating 11 years at Berean Christian Church. I'm just a man that's on fire for God every single day. That's who I am. I'm going to tell you, if you don't let everybody know your testimony, if you don't let everybody know who you are, if you don't know how to take the Bible and put it to real world, you're not doing justice to the men and the women of God. You're not doing justice to anybody else. Let me tell you something. I met a gang leader 2 weeks ago. I was in Atlanta, Georgia doing DoorDash, and I met him. When I met the young brother, he spoke to me, and the young brother was so respectful. He was so nice. And I just told him about me. I said, bro, I said, he told me everything he do. I said, man, hey, guess what, man? Look, I used to do the same thing. I wasn't part of a gang, but, I done what I did in the street, this, that, and the other. He's like, man, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, he's like, but you don't look like what you've been through. I said, because you know why? I put all my trust in God. Every time I go through something, I put it through God. So he's like, you mean to tell me you've been walking with God this long and you ain't never been tried? I said, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I have been tried a couple of times. I have been tried, but I said, even though I go through what I go through, I still look at God and I still know that he's doing all this for a reason. Even though sometimes I want to cry, even sometimes when people don't like me, when people talk about me, I said, but I still got to go. I said, I run as hard as I do right now for people like you. He said, people like me? I say, yes, the people that people forgot about. The people that nobody want to speak to, the people that nobody want to uplift, the people that everybody want to talk negatively about. That's what I do it for. That's why. And that day he gave me his real name. I gave him my number. I said, brother, call me anytime you want to call me. I've been sending him stuff every single morning, and every time I see him at weird occasions. When I see him, it'd be crazy because I'll see him and I'll be walking somewhere else, and I see him that way. And when I see him, the first thing he tells me is like, Jacko, what's up, man? He said, man, bro, I appreciate that Bible verse. Bro, I appreciate you having that conversation. Listen what I just told you. A man that's walking that way where I used to walk came and spoke to me and spoke to me Could have spoke to anybody else, but he spoke to me because guess what? I'm not gonna hide my past from anybody. I'm gonna let my past always grow. I'm gonna let my past grow into something that's gonna be better for the future. I'm gonna stand up here every single day and be who God called me to be. I'm not gonna be you. I'm not gonna be what you like. I'm not gonna be anything that you want me to be because I'm not here for you. I'm here for God. I'm here for the people that God sends me. Like Rashana could tell you, me and Rashana don't talk every single day like that, but she knows I'm always praying for her and all them 35 kids she got. Yeah, Rashana, I had to do. You ought to be talking about me. But I'm gonna pray for her. I'm gonna pray for everything she's going through. I see her time she go live. I'm so proud of you and everything you're doing when it comes to social media. You're going out there. You're doing a lot of great things. I don't know if RJ still RJ. I'm proud of everything you're doing in your ministry. Keep on doing what you gotta do. Sheena baby 89. I just ran into you on here, but man, everything that you post, everything that you do, so proud of you, Queen. Keep on going and doing everything you got to do. I can answer that question. Why do you believe in God? I believe in God because this right here, because normally I don't read comments at all, but I'm going to tell you, Big Dubs, why I believe in God is because there is no other way. I have been through the ups, I have been through the downs, I have I have been through a lot. I played for the wrong team, being in the streets. Man, I've went through everything. When we talking about how much God has just saved me when I couldn't save myself, when we talking about how much can I keep on growing, what can I do? Because believing in other things didn't work for me. Believing in other things didn't work for me at all. You must be just coming in right now, but it's been 10 years right now not being in the streets. It's been 11 years at my church. It's been 10 and 11. That's my trust in God. So when you ask that question, why do you believe in God? I believe in God because there's no other way. I believe in God because in Galatians 1:10, once again, with God is possible, man is impossible. That's why I believe in God. Hope that answers your question. If it didn't, take it up with God. But that is what my life is. And Aisha, proud of you too. Let me get back to what I was doing. Aisha, proud of you too. Always doing everything you got to do to always honor your husband, honor your kids, and always honoring God. If I missed you, my bad. But I got to make sure. My brother in there, Wilkinson, you still in there? Yep. Big brother Wilkinson. First man I met off of TikTok. Proud of you, brother, because when I need you to come in the clutch and pray for me or uplift me, or if I don't understand something, bro, you never turn your back on me at all. You never tell me anything. You make time in your life so you can get me to understand something. You pray for me every single day. You always uplift me. You don't just do it for TikTok. You do it as a Christian brother. That man came down there and made sure that I could see him because I have my kids with me. That's a brother. That's gonna make sure of that for you. So, man, thank you so much for being who you are. And with that being said, man, we have came to the time where you already know what it is. I speak when God tell me to speak. I don't speak when man tell me to speak. And God gave me this word, and whoa, I love it. But right now, if you're not driving right now, I would love for you to close your eyes with me and come to me to God in prayer. God, as I come to you right now, God, I want to say, God, thank you. God, thank you for everything you're doing in our life. Thank you for everything you letting us see. Thank you for everything that you've been doing. God, I pray right now, any man or woman right now that's going through any difficulties in life, God, what you do is you uplift them. God, I pray that you change their finances. God, I pray that you give them the right church home. God, I pray right now that you keep on doing this. You just keep on showing them they're blessed and highly favored. God, you keep on letting them understand that, God, with you, anything is possible. Everything can happen. God, they got to believe in you. God, allow them to stop driving the driving the car of life with you sitting in the passenger side. God, allow them to get out the passenger side and get out the driver's side and let you get in the driver's side and they get in the passenger side. God, I pray for any man or woman right now, no matter what they're going through, God, you just keep on uplifting them. You just keep on guiding them the right way. God, when it comes down to me, God, my prayer is you just keep on watching over my kids, keep on watching over my family. And God, just keep on let my discernment get stronger. Just keep on let my voice just be able to mentor and guide people and pray for the right people. And God, when it comes to the haters that's in my life, God, thank you for the haters. Because all these haters has been my supporters. Because God, they still gotta watch me, even though they don't like me. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I hope today you enjoyed this message. I hope today what you told yourself is this right here. No matter what you go through, you're going to stand with God. No matter what goes down, you're going to stand with God. My name is Kyle Jacko. I come here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday between the hours of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, tripping. Totally disregard that. I cover 28 hours of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can catch me anytime on this social media platform. If you missed the message, you want to hear the message, look, I'm not going to the gym until 9:50 because I got to take care of something. So I'm going to make sure I upload the video in about the next 30 to 40 something minutes. So go on YouTube, KYLE space JACKO, and make sure when the video uploads, you send this video to everybody you know, to your haters and everything else. Send it to them. Once again, 10 years out the streets, 11 years at my church, all my life on fire for God. And look at your boy now. We winning all 2024. And you winning also. But like I say in every single video, say his name. God, let's go. You have a beautiful, blessed, and amazing day.